What if wealth wasn't something that you earned, but something that you embodied? In today's video, I'm going to go into and share a little exercise you can do to feel the difference between being in lack, being in this anxious place around money, to actually being in wealth and having it and feeling it. And what you'll see is that as you embody this place of wealth, you start attracting it in, you start bringing it into your life. As you be it, you create it. Like the reality forms and creates around you. So we'll play with and feel into the difference, and you'll be able to come out of this from this place of anxiousness and lack and not having around money to being more aligned, being confident, being calm and present around money. So thank you for joining me. I'm AmyC with You Finding You. I'm an intuitive and transformational coach. And currently in the dialog box below, you'll see that there is a freebie that you can snag up around redefining success. So a roadmap to redefine what success means for you. And this is going from a place of, yeah, we've always had to push and strive and go after more because, at least for myself, success meant that I would have to chase after these things to get it. But what you can do is redefine success to mean what lights you up, what brings you joy, what brings you happiness. And in it, you then create what is success for you. So again, do check that out. That's in the dialog box below. So as you go about your day, every day in and out, do you notice how your thoughts affect what you do and how you make decisions? And I really noticed this recently. Last week, I actually was out, went to a trail that went to a waterfalls, and I was hiking out in nature, but it was really crowded, like the summer families and crowds are out. And as I was walking along, I was getting more and more annoyed, kids running around me. And I was like, I want to be out in nature. I want to enjoy this experience in nature. And instead, I have screaming kids that I don't know and what's going on, that I was like, this is not actually the experience I was hoping for. But as I kept walking, I was able to get some distance from certain screaming kids and families and whatever. And then I got to this place of, you know what if I'm in a magical forest? Like, what if? And I started kind of looking around, and my pace slowed down then. And rather than trying to get away from all the noise and chaos, I slowed down a little bit and became more present and just tapped into, let me take a look around. I mean, that's what I want when I'm out in nature, is to be more present with nature and be out there. And as I walked, I then would see like little things flickering in the sunbeams, and was like, oh, what if that's like fairies? Or, like my imagination then started to really flow. And I continued walking and just really eating up the experience, rather than being in that annoyed state of, oh my God, I can't get away from these people fast enough. I actually then completely shifted my thoughts to, let's be in this, let's experience this, let's have fun with it. And seriously, the rest of the trip, I went out to the falls and came back, and it's so much fun and enjoyable. And I did pass by people, but no one really hit me in that way again of like, I can't stand this. And I ended up finding another trail to a little bit different direction on the way back, and there was no people on that trail. But I realized that my thoughts completely shifted that experience. That my thoughts actually shifted to me then focusing on, how could this be a magical fairy type forest, rather than the annoying people, which I then could have been focusing on and constantly trying to get away from. And I may not have even noticed the other trail that had no one on it, or very few people on it. But I bring this up because this is what you can do around money, around your thoughts in money, is shifting these thoughts, but also shifting the energy in our body around them. So, like for me, it's like, oh, I need money coming in so I can pay for bills. I need to always have this, and so I get more constricted or more tight, more anxious around the money. Where when you're in a place of abundance and wealth, you don't have this constriction and worry and needing it to come in. You're just with, like, you have the money. You always know that you have it here, you're safe, you're secure, and you know you're always taken care of. So it's a shift in mindset and thoughts around it, and how you're being with it. And like my experience with the trail, you then start to make choices because you're in that energy. Where, like, if I stayed in the annoying family's energy, I even at one point lagged behind this family with kids and whatever, and I was like, oh, I'll just move, further away from them by lagging behind. But that really wasn't what I wanted. But it was because of the focus on them that I was making this choice. Whereas when I then started to live in this belief and story of what if this is a magical forest, I was making choices based on that, not based on the people around me. So if you shift your thoughts and feelings around the money, you can start shifting then the choices that you end up making. So let's go ahead and tap into these feelings in our bodies so that you can know and feel the difference of the lack place to the wealth and abundance place. And so go ahead, get yourself seated, or you can do this standing up, get yourself situated so that you can really feel into this. And then take a nice deep breath. And we're going to just settle, come down from our thoughts into our body. Doing a couple more breaths and then noticing the air coming in and out. Just settling into it. And noticing the surface beneath you. And what are your current stories around money? What are your current beliefs? Like, is it hard? You have to work hard to earn money? Or money doesn't grow on trees? Or rich people are not someone that you would want to be because they're all a certain way. Like, just see the stories that you have. Because all of these you can shift. All of these are just stories that we have that we can shift into something else and have a new story or belief around it. But again, connecting in with your body. And then what I want you to do is we're going to go into really, really feeling lack and not having it so that you can really sense it and feel it. And so wherever you are on the scale of your beliefs around money, I really want you to tap into and visualize someone that really has no money. They're broke, they have nothing, they're really struggling paycheck to paycheck, whatever it is, that they are struggling and every day just trying to get enough for food, trying to get enough for shelter, to feel safe, to feel comfortable. Just notice your body in this place. Notice how it's like, for me, it feels like I desperately, desperately need this. I need to feel safe. I need to feel comfortable. And the constricting in my body, like a real tightness in myself. And so just notice that. And like, I'm even doing these hand gestures of like, oh my gosh, I so need this to feel safe, to feel comfortable. Take a breath and let's release that. And then go into a place of you have abundance and wealth. Like, it all is all flowing in. And we're going to go again to more of the extremes. So from one extreme of not having it at all to the other extreme of having everything you could desire. And if you're in this place of having everything you desire, like, imagine your thoughts. Your thoughts are not going to be out of this desperate, I got to earn and work hard. Instead, it's like, of course I have this. Of course, the money is easily flowing into me. And it comes at such a place of you're just calm with money. You're at ease around money. So breathing into being at ease around money, and you have beautiful home, you have beautiful food every day, everything you need, and you always have it. Even if you lost all of your money, the money will come back. Like, you just know, because you create value. You are abundance. Like, abundance is around you. You have that money and can always have that money. So notice the difference in your body here. Breathe into this and just notice. Like, for me, it is more open and expansive. Like, I really quickly shifted out of that constricted place to, of course, and my hand gestures are even more open, more abundance can flow in and with ease, and I can give out even. So taking another breath, just noticing this place, and there's a calm. There's, just such a peace about it that, of course, you're taken care of. Of course, you have whatever you need. So the idea is shifting from that place of I need to be making, I have to do these things to bring in money, to of course I'll be okay. Now, I'm not saying that you suddenly stop doing what you have to do to bring in money. You're creating value to let the money flow in, but you're also becoming and being in a presence of course I'm taken care of. Of course money is flowing into me. Of course everything that I have is abundance. And just noticing when you're in this energy, this presence, like this place is then where you can make decisions from. So if you're in that place of lack, you're going to be making choices from that place of, oh, I got to work. I got to, keep doing these tasks. I got to keep going after these things, where there might be certain tasks that you want to do, but you're not going into it in such a lack place. Instead, you're like, oh, this actually aligns to what I want. This actually will create more abundance. And you're more aware of the things that can shift and create a reality where you're more abundant. You're bringing in that abundance for yourself. So take another breath. And how did it feel for you being in that lack place? Did you really notice the difference from being in lack to being in abundance and wealth? Did you notice maybe more tightness with the lack and more openness? It might be very subtle little changes, but just start to pay attention to also your thoughts. Like, what are your thoughts every day? Is it that I'm having to try harder and work harder to make things happen? Or are you being and stepping into an energy of being wealth, being abundance? So I would be curious to hear if you notice differences in yourself, in how your body felt between the two. Do put in the comments below. And thank you guys for joining me today. If you are enjoying and getting value out of these videos, do hit that like, share, and subscribe. Thank you again. I'll see you in the next video.